You want to know why his mistress is really an angel? If you do, stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and welcome back to AlexandraTV, where every Wednesday I share with you the best coaching and personal development strategies and techniques to create the life of your dreams and to become the best version of yourself. I hope that you have already subscribed to this YouTube channel, because if you don't, well, you will be missing the next videos, which come out every Wednesday in English, of course. And you can also go on my website, alexandravillarroel.com, and subscribe to my email list, and I will be sending over your way a free little gift. So make sure you do that. This week's episode is not a typical AlexandraTV episode. I really wanted to share more of a message with you. So instead of teaching you something, I really wanted to share an inspirational message with you. I've always kept my personal life very private, and I really intend to do so forever, because I think that that's very important. But in this week's episode, I want to share a personal story with you so that you can perhaps relate to this and understand what I'm trying to really say in the message that I'm trying to share with you. This happened about 6-7 years ago. I was around 19 years old, and it was the end of the relationship that I had with my first big love. It was a very abusive relationship, like mentally. It was very toxic relationship. So I knew very well at that time, because I was about to start my journey of doing this. I already had the idea of writing a book, and I was going to become a certified life coach. And at that point, I knew very well that I had to put an end to that relationship. And it was a very difficult thing to do. And I remember always praying to God and saying, give me the strength to leave. Like, give me a reason to leave. Because I remember that at that point, he wasn't doing anything wrong, but I knew very well that it was just a matter of time before he would do again something wrong. But I also knew very well that this was not the man for me. So I really wanted the relationship to end, but I wanted to have a reason for it to end. And I remember after telling him that we were done and that I didn't want to talk to him, I found out that he was already dating someone else. So at that point, I was okay with it. And I thought, this is perfect. Now I know that I have a reason really to leave. And I started to move on. A few months later, of course, that person came back in my life. And he was trying to get back in my life. And I was hearing rumors that he was still with the other person. But at the same time, he was denying it and saying that no, that he just wanted to be with me and whatnot. And at that point, that was a year later, I was already a certified life coach. My book was about to come out. And I remember it was like I had two roads to take in life. It was either I could continue doing this and see what would happen. You know, back then I was 19, 20, it was just a dream, right? So there wasn't any certainty that all of this was going to happen. But I had that road, and then it was him. And I remember at that time when I was wondering, what should I do? You know, and I remember I used to pray to God and say, you know, should I take him back? Would I be able to go on this journey of this life that I'm choosing with that person? But I knew very well deep down that I wasn't going to be able. I knew that he would drag me down, and I knew that it was going to always be a very toxic relationship that would take a lot of my energy. And just at that kind of turning point in my life, the other woman, she got pregnant from his baby. And I remember this was, at the moment, of course, it was such a shock. I couldn't believe it. But at the same time, now that I look back, and even a few months after or years later, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. It was as if the universe was telling me, you're not able to let go on your own. You know, you already know what road you should take. You already know what you have to do. So let me do this, put this massive thing, really, because the universe and God already saw that even if he left me before for someone else, and now he was back and he was trying to get back with me, I was still willing to give him another chance. But God and the universe knew very well that at that point, well, it was really going to be over. And I remember even after she was pregnant, she was about to have the baby. And when she had the baby, he was still pursuing me and still trying to talk to me. But that was like the deal breaker, because I was like, this girl is about to have your child. This girl has your child. I can't be with you anymore, you know? And I remember thinking at that point that girl saved me. And I now look back and I see how I wonder if she didn't get pregnant, maybe I would have said, okay, you know what, let's get back together and let's be together. And I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today. And very often when I receive messages like that of people telling me, you know, my partner cheated on me, or I don't know what to do and whatnot, I look back and I tell them, this is all part of the perfect plan that God and the universe has for you. You know, this is all written. It's the most beautiful thing. So I really think that very often the people that hurt us the most and the people that we hate at some point and we say, you know, I can't believe this person did that to me, are the best angels in our lives who help us get to where we're supposed to go, which is why I really think for a lot of women and men out there, the person that your partner cheated on you with or hurt you or whatever, very often is an angel in disguise and is just really guiding you towards where you're supposed to go. So I know that right now there's a lot of people watching this who perhaps feel hurt and betrayed and they don't understand why it's happening, and you're thinking, but you know, I'm a good woman or I'm a good man, why would this happen to me? Why would someone treat me like that? But trust me, I really want you to have faith and understand that it is all part of this divine plan that is being created for you. It's really the most beautiful thing. Like I said, that experience today, looking back, I understand how everything worked perfectly. It's the most magical thing, really. So I really want you to not think about, okay, in the moment it's hectic, you feel sad and everything. I want you to look ahead and say, you know what? In a few years, I'm going to look back and say, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. And that person saved me, really saved me and catapulted me towards the life that I was destined to live. So this was a little different than a usual Alexandra TV, but I hope it inspired you and I hope it gave you hope, really, because I know that sometimes it can be difficult when we are going through things, but I really want you to keep your head up and understand that it is all part of the divine plan. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, don't forget, of course, to share it, and in the comment section down below, let me know what is the experience that was kind of a turning point in your life and that now you kind of look back and you understand how it was all so perfectly orchestrated in the universe. That is it for this week, and I will see you next week.